In February 2016, this image of Faye Burdett littered the internet. The 2-year-old girl lost her life to meningitis on Valentine's Day. The devastating image prompted an 800,000 strong petition calling for the vaccination of all children under 11 against meningitis B. From my research, I was surprised at just how many children meningitis affected, and I decided that I needed to find out how the disease affects normal families.
Well, you left home the other night. I won't see you for a couple days, but I still leave on all the lights, and all your stuff is still in place where you left it.
He was just a normal, happy, bouncy child. He was 10 months old, so he was just learning to walk and crawl and things like that, really. But normally happy, fit, healthy child.
You were wreck. I swear I hear you coming through that door. But every time
We got the doctor to come out and have a look at him, and she checked him all over. She took his temperature. She then went into the kitchen to wash her hands, and then she phoned up the hospital and said, I think it may be, I can't even say the word. I think it may be meningitis, but don't rule it out. So we just got told to go up to the hospital as soon as we could. But at this point, he was cut. I left the hospital at 10 o'clock to come home, get overnight clothes and food and everything for Sam. And at that point, Mark was still at the hospital. He had a He had a cardiac arrest. Mark had felt Mark had felt his heartbeat twice, and then it stopped. And he died in Mark's arms. They tried for half an hour to resuscitate him, but he was already gone. And then when I got back to the ward at 10:30, I got told that I wasn't allowed to go in and see him. The nurses tried to take me to the side room, and I just walked out, and he was just laid there on the bed.
Meningitis is an infection of the protective membranes that surround the brain and spinal cord. Bacterial meningitis is the most serious form, most common in young children and babies. Faye Burdett's parents recently told Parliament about how 3 medical professionals all failed to recognise that she had bacterial meningitis. They now know that there was a vaccination available that could have saved her life. And now, Jenny and Neil Burdett are fighting to make the vaccination accessible to all children.
I think if you can prevent something from happening, like Lee said earlier, you've got to look at it more than just that vaccination programme. If you were preventing this from happening, then the National Health Service itself, I mean, in Faye's case, she would have lost both of her legs and one arm. So for the rest of her life, she would have had to have had care from the NHS, education. She would have had to have had some sort of support during education. Jen would have had to become a full-time keeper. You're talking DWP, the National, you're talking so many departments, millions of pounds being taken. Our stance is, if you vaccinate and stop that happening, across the board you're saving millions of pounds, and families like ours having to go through life-changing experiences.
I'm travelling just outside of Lincoln to Gainsborough to meet a family who know all too well the devastating effects of meningitis. Jennifer and Philip's daughter Alice contracted meningitis when she was 1. Along with their eldest daughter Taylor, the couple were told to say their final goodbyes to Alice.
Yes, the doctors said that they didn't give us an option, did they?
There was no option.
No, they said they were going to withdraw. She can't live in intensive care, she can't carry on, and she's got no quality of life, and that they were going to withdraw her treatment after the weekend, and then just to get family and friends in, just to say your last goodbyes to her. And then obviously the weekend passed. We did have, Taylor came to see Alice, and we had to tell her, that our sister wasn't coming home. We had parents come, everyone was obviously distraught. It was something you couldn't process, that, she was never coming home.
But they talked to us about donations, and they brought a team and said, would you think about donating any parts of Alice? Obviously we couldn't donate the kidneys or certain things, but you take time to think about it, and we decided that it would be for the best. So we agreed to donate pancreas,
and liver.
They said, okay, teams are here and everything's ready, and what we're going to do is we'll remove all the equipment off of her. We'll keep her on the morphine on a very small amount, so there's no pain, and then what we expect to happen is the blood pressure will rise again, and she'll pass away, and we'll come and give you a tap on the shoulder, and then to let you know that that's happened, and we'll take her. The donations team will go do their bit, and we'll go to chapel of rest as and when required.
So we just sat on a chair. She was passed over, wasn't she? And we were just cuddling her and telling her that we were proud of her, and that she was she's fought for a long time, and that she could pass away. The doctor and nurse came back in, and I thought, they're going to tell me that she passed away. But then they said that that heart rate was fine. That the donation team had to pack up and go back, and that she was no longer a candidate for organ donation. So obviously she was still alive. Great, Alice!
If you know that your child is not well, seek advice, and if you're not happy with your first opinion, then go back, because I didn't. I'm not saying it was my fault that he died, but I look back now and I wish that I'd got a second opinion, and I wish that I just kept on at them, because I knew there was something wrong with him. I knew. As a parent, I think you just want to protect your child to the end of the world, and I couldn't protect him, and it's really hard to accept.
Well, you left home the other night. I won't see you for a couple days, but I still leave on all the lights, and all your stuff is still in place where you left it.